Hello.
It
Yay, it
did work.
worked. So exciting. I think you might have to flip your phone a little bit because I'm seeing you
Are you?
facing the other
Not that way.
direction.
Oh, you need me to go portrait mode. I thought I was being
Yes,
smart
please.
going landscape mode because I had a Zoom meeting and so they were like, you need to flip your phone. So I had to go landscape. Now I can't keep up.
Yeah, this is perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And to anyone who's with us at this time, thank you for joining us as well. Really excited to have you and kick off our women-owned business week here at City Shop. For those of you that are new here, I'm Andrea. I'm helping out with all things social media on City Shop. And we just really want to start amplifying the voices of small businesses and have them meet individuals like yourself, just to just to really root for all those small businesses and get more people to shop local. So that's the
All right,
goal
what
for
about
sure.
now? I switched you to portrait mode. I fixed it on the tripod. Great.
Yep, that looks great. Perfect. So thank you so much for taking the time to do this. We're really excited to have you. I think, let me see, your reception might be lagging a little bit. Let's see. I think we're okay now.
Yes.
Can you hear me okay? Okay, awesome. So I'll start off by having you introduce yourself, your title, and tell us all about your brand and your business.
So, that's my cue. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, world. My name's Akila, and I'm the creator, founder, visionary, boss lady of Sunsum, which is the brand. I operate a online store as well as a mobile boutique known as the Sunsum Intentional Living Boutique. I do a lot of business online for direct to consumer, but as well as business to business. I do direct sales as well as wholesale. And a lot of my products are made right here in the USA, in this office that I'm in right now in Nevada. And then I also do source handmade goods from different countries, you know, if it looks good, if it matches the aesthetic, but a lot of them are fair traded, ethically sourced. So, you know, so you'll see like I have a collection called Handmade by Sunsum. So the Handmade by Sunsum collection is moi or my mama. And then you'll see other categories related by interest, you know, type of product or by the country. So that's kind of the gist of it. So to give you an idea, like I started off the brand with just candles, but we have grown. So we do more than candles, and like some of my favorite new products for 2022. Do you see this? Can you see it?
Are you there?
It's a dried flower bouquet.
Let me see. There we go.
Yes.
I see it. Oh, that's so beautiful.
Now these are definitely handmade by yours truly. But these are real dried flowers. This is real lavender, eucalyptus. You can imagine, and these are real billy balls. So I don't know if anyone's into plants or not, but this is one of my favorite bouquets. It's so cute, right? Hand stamped.
Beautiful.
And so I have a bunch of other products that we'll probably reveal throughout the broadcast, but these are one of my favorites, and they just smell amazing.
Good. Yeah, I have eucalyptus in my shower,
Yes.
and it's a huge game changer. It's just a beautiful experience. So, and it's also, you have candles with what are some of the other products that you offer?
I just got in fresh from my seamstress, who's actually based out of Holland, but she's originally from Zimbabwe. And she spoils me because she gets these authentic wax prints. Check this out. Booyaka from Zimbabwe.
Beautiful.
And like there are patterns and
That is
fabrics that
beautiful.
you don't really get a chance to see so much on this side of the world, right? Like you have to, certain markets, like if you went to Holland,
Mm-hmm.
you probably would see stuff like this. They have a huge like South African population there. But over here, West Coast, East Coast, I've never seen this. And I look for stuff like this. So these are table runners.
Mm-hmm.
I also have tea towels, which, you know, they're so polite overseas, you know, with their tea towels and stuff. We just call them napkins. But I had that to do. And then also, I just started designing shirts because why not? Like, you know, when you own your own business, that's the beautiful thing about it, ladies. Mm-hmm. It's really up to you. There's no real rules, right? Like if you feel inspired and you just feel like creating something, you think, hey, let's just try it. It doesn't even matter if you have an audience for it, the audience will come to you. So I started because I'm surrounded by so many rich textures and I get inspired from a lot of the women in my community and my network. Like I came up with these cut and sew, sustainable jersey shirts. These are made out of recycled plastic. Have you guys ever heard of that? I didn't even know this was a thing. People are out here wearing recycled plastic clothes and they feel amazing. So it says, love me. This is one. I have tank tops with the same material, but check out the back. Booyaka. So this is sustainable fashion, sustainable clothing made out of recycled plastic. Who knew?
That's awesome. So I think it's so beautiful to see a brand like yours is that you're working with other creators too from other countries and bringing their talent, their art into the US, as well as, you know, helping out the environment. And we love to see brands doing that and just being so eco-friendly and really paying attention to detail of all the little aspects of what their products are. And I think with, you know, the big capitalistic society we live in, a lot of those little details I think are lost nowadays in a lot of the products that are being purchased in general. So it's beautiful, very, very beautiful to see. So can you tell me, like, why did you start your company? Like, were you inspired one day and you were like, I just want to do this? Or where did that come from that you were just like, I'm going to give my whole heart to this?
Right before the pandemic, literally months, I decided to start a creative agency because I was already doing consulting work and I was starting to get larger contracts, you know, in my other former profession that I don't like to talk about anymore because that was the old me. This is the new me now. So, but that evolved. And then when I already knew I wanted to do something with my hands, something more artsy. And I went to Korea in March of 2020. And I took this candle workshop, but it was also during the pandemic, the whole world started crashing. I'm like in Korea for like a month. And I'm like looking at the news and I'm like, so of course, when I decide to go hard and just go fully in, full artist mode, the world
is on pause.
And I had already had some things in motion, so I just kept going. And then there was a lot of like issues that started coming about here in our own country during the pandemic, like especially when it comes to like identity issues, you know, and certain other kinds of injustice that just really made me feel like, you know what, I was worried about this and I wasn't certain where I was going, but I was like, you know what, I have to do this. So it went from a like, can I do this? Mm-hmm. Should I do this? To like, no, I have no choice. Like, I have to do this. I started to find more purpose and more connection and just being inspired by so many people around me. Like, I started the brand actually in Lafayette, Louisiana. And that was 2 years ago. Since then, I've relocated. I'm in Las Vegas. And the growth and expansion and like, I don't know what it is about the sun in the desert here, but it just makes you just like, you just radiate. So like all this energy, like I'm just radiating energy, connection. I'm inspiring people. People are inspiring me. Like it's just been bananas.
I think I really wholeheartedly believe that when you align with your soul's purpose, it's just like the universe just aligns with you in such a beautiful way that you will see a continuous of things just popping up here and there, and you'll just end up meeting the right people will come into your path. And I think once you're aligned with what really fulfills you, it's just like really beautiful to see how it just becomes an extension of you, and it's just you just grow from it. So that's really, really beautiful to see. A question I have is if you could give any female entrepreneur advice, from your professional experience,
I see I have
what
some
would
of
that
my
be?
vendor buddies. Desert Bella, hey! Some people are joining in. You know what I would tell all the ladies? Listen, just own it, right? Own your shit. Stop letting people tell us what to do. Your aesthetic vision is truly your own aesthetic vision. No one can tell you what that is.
Mm-hmm.
And hey. And like, you know, if you want to make a mango coconut candle and someone tells you, why would you do that? There's 100. So what? Do it. Do it. Because your vision, your style, your packaging may not be something that anyone's ever seen. And who's to say that you won't find an audience for that? If you want to make an, you know, so we need to, as women, I think, stop letting the world tell us what to do. We already know what to do. We come with it built in right here and up here. It's really not that hard. You just have to let go of other people's expectations.
No, 100%. I wholeheartedly believe that. And I saw this, somebody said this in a video that I saw recently where they said, if you're doubting yourself of what you want to bring to the table or share, like you said, candles, there's like a million candle businesses out there, but they're like, literally go to the store and just stand in front of the, you know, the water aisle. And you'll see how many brands of businesses are water. So it's just like, there is room for you there. And I think it's like everyone has a very unique thing to offer to this world. So it's like one of the hardest things is to just have like imposter syndrome of like, who am I to want to do this business? But I think it's so beautiful that you said that. And since the theme for International Women's Month is gender equality today for a sustainable tomorrow, for you, what does that mean?
Oh my
what
gosh,
does that mean
so
to
this
you?
is going to be very controversial. I'm just warning you right now. I kind of don't like it. I feel like it's outdated. It doesn't work. It just, there's a lot of, the statement sounds very inclusive, but by its very nature, what we've seen is very exclusive, right? So I kind of feel like maybe it's time for us to shift. And I think whether we like it or not, it's happening. I mean, people keep thinking we're arriving into a metaverse. I feel like we've already been in the metaverse. We're knee deep in the metaverse right now. Look at what we're doing. Like, I would rather the message be more about creating more inclusive spaces, you know, allowing people to find purpose, find passion, learn ways to like heal. You know, my brand is more about, you know, wellness and, you know, having an aesthetic that will promote cross-cultural conversations. You know, unfortunately, when we think about equality is such a huge word and it's riddled with stigma and stereotypes and unconscious bias. What it doesn't do is teach you to look within yourself. And I think, you know, the first step to like break down some of these barriers we have is to figure out who we are first. And then, as like you had mentioned before, as you become aligned within yourself, as you get grounded, as you get centered, you're going to start to attract people that are on the same path. So the same path as you. And I feel like the narrative needs to change. We need, like, we're never going to get anywhere politically. We can only get where we need to go when we start thinking about our impact in our immediate surroundings with the people we're near. And then we can start thinking globally. I think it's more of an inward journey first, and then we can start moving outward. we've been trying to come at it from the top, and look at where like things have gotten way off track. Like, I think does anyone even know what it means?
Yeah.
And what kind of sustainable tomorrow? Like, what would make tomorrow sustainable? I don't even know how to, like, these words, they're way too big for me. Let's go back. Let's go back to the small things. Like this.
No, I think and in general, it's also a matter of what we can do to be able to just show up in a place where we're more sustainable with our choices, what we're buying, what we're doing, how we're like promoting, you know, just like a better world. And I think it really does start with the very specific individual and kind of like what, you know, the inner work. The more inner work you do, the better you're able to show up for the world and be a good mother, daughter, whatever it may be. And so it's just really refreshing to see more businesses like yourself popping up that really just have a more health, wellness aspect of it, because I feel like that's the shift that we needed to go on, especially after everything we experienced in COVID and all the inner work that a lot of people did during this time, this reset. It's just seeing the power of like their money and where it goes, and then it can have a purpose. Like you can intentionally shop and give your money to a small business that you know is putting so much love and intention to their product, or to the masses of capitalism. So I think that's really, really beautiful to see in your brand. Is there, let me see, let me go through my questions really quick. Is there any particular thing that any new products that are going to be coming up that you can share with us? Or is there any products that you really would love to highlight from your shop?
You know, there's just so many. And I'm just like on full blown creative mode. And it's becoming warmer outside here in Vegas. And the sun is staying out longer. And I'm always outside. And I'm constantly getting inspired. But I do have something coming up for Mother's Day that I don't normally carry. Because I tend to focus on things you can set on fire or things that smell good. Right? And then I got into things you can wear. So then that. Somebody goes, like the other day, they're like, well, you don't have any bath stuff? And I'm just kind of like, I don't have any bath stuff. But for Mother's Day, I think I might do some bath ritual type salty stuff, I guess. It's still in the works. Coming soon. Stay tuned. But don't you like setting stuff on fire better? I don't know. I just like putting stuff in the air. I don't
You know what's so funny is I live in New York City, but I tend to be like the most introverted New Yorker, I think, because I really enjoy being at home. So it's just like, I mean, I do like my candles and my incense, but it is fun. But it's yeah, I guess it depends on like the personality, but it's good that you have these beautiful offerings. Is there anything else about your brand or your mission that you would like to share with us for those that are tuning in that are new here to you?
I would say let's all do ourselves a favor. Let's like start buying stuff from each other. One of the things I'm just now starting to realize about everything that has happened, which has been a lot, okay, is that one of my keys to success is not about packaging. Even though these are like hella cute, okay, and they're made out of recycled plastic, like, let's just be honest, like I did a really good job. No, but that's not the point. It's not the product, right? It's the mission. It's the alignment. And I really love to support other women businesses. And when I try to look specifically for women businesses when I'm sourcing to consider them first. And I feel like there's not enough of that. I feel like, you know, a lot of us are jumping in and we have our own ideas about business and based on your experience and all that. But really, it's all about relationships, baby. It's all about who's in your network. It's less about the thing you did and more about the people you know and if they're willing to support. But you're only going to get support if you are the ones doing the support. So go shop. If you want your brand to be about shopping small and handmade goods, but you don't own any handmade goods, you don't know anybody else that's doing what you're doing, who's in your community? You don't know anyone in your community? What are you really doing? what kind of business do you really have? I'm outside. People are like, I've only been in town for about a year now, but trust me, people know who I am, and I support others because of their work, and I'm inspired by them, and I use a lot of the products that I buy as well. So I would say my biggest takeaway is like, you can't talk the talk if you're not walking the walk, baby. So if you want other women to support you and you want the world to look at me, look at my Mingo coconut candle, well, you better have about 10 other Mingo coconut candles from somebody else.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's like the beautiful thing that I'm just saying is just we've gotten back from COVID. There's been more of an emphasis of going back to community. And I absolutely love that. I think that has been so beautiful to see, of supporting each other. And again, just being more intentional with how we choose to show up in the world and where we choose to, you know, to spend our money as well. And one of the cool things that we have on City Shop is when you're searching for things on our website, you can actually do a focus of like female founded, eco-friendly. So we get like really specific for the consumer, they can say like, I really want to support, you know, a Black owned business, or I'm really interested in supporting, you know, women businesses. We offer that specific filtration on our websites, just so you guys know. So it's just like you're just shopping with the most purest intention of where your money's going. So well, thank you so much. It was very lovely meeting you. I absolutely love your energy. Thank you for sharing with us and your wisdom today. It's just really beautiful to see like so much joy coming through the screen. And for those of you that are interested in learning more about you, like what is your handle? What is your website?
So you can find me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. It's Sunsum, SUNSUM, intention. Of course, I'm on City Shop. I'm excited to be there because their website is gorgeous. Or you can come to me directly. If you go to sunsumintention.com, and I'm on a variety of marketplaces. If you need some wholesale, you want to try to add some products to your own store, you can find me on Faire. I'm about to be a top shop. That's exciting. My badge shows up April 1st. So I'm really like blowing up. It's like insane right now. So I love you guys. Thank you for this opportunity. Catch me outside.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And again, thank you so much for your time. We're going to be hosting another IG Live on Wednesday and also Friday, and we have the schedule for that on our latest Instagram post. We're also going to be showcasing the stories of a lot of other women-owned brands throughout the week on Reels and TikTok videos as well. So if you guys just really want to get to know more about the brands that are on our site and give your love and support them any way you can, we'll have a bunch coming up this week. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. Lots of love, blessings to you all the way over there. Desert. We'll catch you guys.
All right, guys. See ya. Thanks for coming out, Vegas. Woo, 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 woo. Bye.
Thanks for joining, guys. Bye.
How do I end this thing? Oh, okay.
Oh,